Well, one thing, I was a sprint musher. I call sprint mushers. You went 25 miles, 25 miles, 25 miles. A lot different than an Iditarod. Different dogs and different personal and physical and mental aspect of the race. And Joey Redington and myself and a few other people got involved in the first one. I believe it was in 1973, the Iditarod. And it was a shock to us because we didn't come back after 25 miles and put our dogs away and feed them and take care of them and then have a beer and take a hot shower and have a good dinner. And a Iditarod's a little different. And it's even changed, though, because we didn't have the checkpoints that first year that we have now. It was a lot tougher. And we learned a lot. And I'm very pleased with Joey and Joe Redington and the beginners, Dorothy Page, and all the rest of the people who were involved in the races over the years. Most of them are gone now. But it's one of the great Alaskan traditions that I hope we keep, with that and the Yukon Quest and the Yukon 500, the boat race, and the Arctic Man. These are Alaskan icons of Alaska. And the Iditarod now, of course, gets a lot of national publicity. And that's good. And I keep, you know, we're always under the spotlight of, you know, how the dog's going to be treated, how the mushers are going to be treated. You know, it's a challenge. But dog mushing is Alaska. And I know we haven't had snow this time of year, but probably next year we'll have all the snow. You don't know what to do with it. But that does change, and we know that. But the dog mushing itself is Alaska. We've lost a lot of our dog mushing activity, primarily because of the snow machine. You know, when I used to run the dogs in Fort Yukon, we had a very good junior dog mushing team come to Fairbanks, take most of the prizes, which is very exciting to me. And a lot of our people in Fort Yukon were trappers at that time, and they used their trapping dogs as racing dogs, which wasn't a good match, but at least everybody was involved. And nobody traps anymore. They all got snow machines. And I understand it. Dogs are very expensive, and to take care of dogs correctly, it is really expensive. But it is part of Alaska, and I'm hoping that everybody recognizes it. And for those that sponsor the Iditarod and the Iditarod mushers themselves, I want to thank them for keeping Alaskans, keeping Alaska's history and culture and still viable for the rest of the future Alaskans. So it's really an exciting time for me to have the dog mushers. She was a very good dog musher, 5-dog team, sprint team. One time she, I hate to say it, she actually flipped the sled and she hung on for about a mile until another dog team behind her caught up and got a dog. She wouldn't let go of that sled, though. She's won some races, and you know, she's like me, win one and maybe come in last the next time. It's all up to the dogs and all up to the musher. And I enjoyed the fact that she was out there and she hung onto that sled. To me, that took a lot of guts. Anybody that races an Iditarod race, I compliment them for their perseverance. I compliment them for their love of the dog racing deal and willing to do it. I'm just a Dee Dee General. You think about it, Dee Dee's raced that I don't know how many times, and she's still doing it, and I admire the hell out of her because she's tough. All the ones that are racing, you never get it out of your blood. Even myself now, I know I can't do it anymore, but it's exciting when I hear 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And there's no greater feeling. I've driven motorcycles and speedboats and everything else and hot rod cars. You got a team of 16, when they take off, that acceleration from that go is probably one of the best feelings you can have as a human being involved in another animal working together to go with it. So it's really something everybody should try in their lifetime.